Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about I have my BOGO, now what? And one of the things you have to remember when you think about or talk about doTERRA is that they're super smart, wonderful company. And when they're giving away something or putting together a special package, it's because they have you in mind. And BOGO boxes are no different. One of the reasons they put together this particular group of products is because they want to make sure that we have what we need right now. And as you know, we don't get BOGO boxes all year long. We get boxes from time to time. And the wonderful thing about BOGO boxes is we get everything in that one little tiny package. If you were super lucky and you newly enrolled with a BOGO box, congratulations. I'm going to teach you today why you can do just about everything with this BOGO box. And really, you won't have to order anything for a while, or at least not till next month, right? There may be some things that you want to fill in, but if you just enroll with the BOGO box, congratulations. You have a great set of essential oils, and I think you're going to be really happy with them. So here's the other thing I just want you to keep in mind. This is kind of the inside track. At least it is for all things doTERRA. And I want to thank everyone here. We just recently hit 25,000 views. And I know in terms of the entire internet, that's just a tiny drop in the bucket, but it really means a lot that this community is growing and that you're staying united, and hopefully you're passing the word. So please send this video along as soon as you see it. So let's get started right away. We've got a couple of things we want to share for you. So a few of you may have noticed I'm back to big earrings again. Don't know if this is a permanent change, but at least for this week. And these are also super light because they're made of straw. Just wanted to say hi to everybody who's on. I'm so happy that you're joining us again. And we really are very appreciative of everyone who comes and hangs out with us for a little while on this little corner of the internet every Monday. If you're watching us on a different day, well, thank you for joining us on a different day, and I hope you'll come back again really soon. Okay, let me fill you in on what's going on with BOGO Box. I want you to take a look at everything that we've got hanging out for you on the World Wide Web, on the big internet, just ready for you. This is kind of a way for us to pass the word, if you will. And if you got the BOGO box and you thought, okay, this is cool, but like, what am I doing with this? This is my way of telling you what you're going to do with this. A couple of you were on with us last week when we talked about the preview of the BOGO box before you actually got it. I also want to give a shout out to this particular book, Essential Life. I hope you can see it in my camera. Yes, I think you can. Wonderful book. I highly recommend it. It also has an app. I think the app is about $4 per year. Best money ever spent. It just has a whole wealth of information. So what I'm talking to you about today has a lot to do with this book. And my personal experience also, which is what I always share with you. This is going to be a nice, short, sweet presentation, but I want you to really figure out, or just think to yourself, wow, I got that BOGO box. And maybe you haven't gotten it yet, but you're going to get it soon. So please tell me in the chat, did you get your BOGO box yet? And if you didn't, do you think it's going to arrive soon? I didn't get mine yet, but I had some of those oils already in my office, and I just started playing around with them. So that's what makes me think that these are really good. So you know that the BOGO box, we actually, doTERRA revealed 4 oils right off the bat: Neroli, Cilantro, Purify, and DigestZen. And then after a day or so, and then they also told us we were going to get a complimentary Copaiba if we ordered the box all together. So you only got the Copaiba if you ordered the box, which is a really cool thing. I love to get an extra bonus, don't you? If you do something, you get a reward, right? Who doesn't like a reward? So let's start talking about those essential oils. And I'm going to talk about the pairings. And actually, I'm going to talk about Copaiba first. So our BOGO box, here we go. We got a little bit of BOGO mania, if you will. I love the fact that when we get out there and we really plug into our resources at doTERRA, we can get a lot out of it. So if you are summer hiking, you live in a warm weather climate, these are the essential oils for you. And if you're not sure how to use them or how to combine them. So last week we talked a little bit about each individual oil, and today we're going to talk about combining them, putting together packages for you for your best use over this summer. And I think when we talk about also blending, we want to talk about what are the best ways to blend some of these essential oils. I'm going to challenge you, especially with your roll-ons, to pop off those tops sometimes. Don't just use them in a static way. Roll-ons are absolutely wonderful to roll onto your skin, but if you don't happen to have the regular essential oil, and I'm talking specifically about the Copaiba, then I'm going to challenge you to pop off that top and get double use out of it. So number one on our hit parade is our Copaiba Roll-on. Tell me in the, oh, Claire says to tell us that yes, she got her box on Saturday. Wow, that's super fast. Here's the other thing I just want to mention to you. If you haven't gotten your box, just stay tuned. You're going to get it soon. So number one is, how many of you ordered the box? Give me a yes, a Y if you ordered the box, and give me an N if you didn't order the box, because I want to hear how many people are ordering the individual oils, the pairs of oils each day, and how many of you are ordering the box. So give me a Y if you ordered the box in the chat, and I'll give you 30 seconds to just kind of load it up. I want to hear from everybody who's on today. Who ordered the complete Bogo box? I ordered the box. I have to say, I find it kind of tricky for me to get on every day and place the orders. The other thing is I have to place 100 PV order to get free shipping here in the US. So I want to make sure that I order the right things, right? Otherwise I'd be kind of paying the shipping every day. I don't want to do that, right? We all are in some sort of, oh, sorry, everyone. Don't know what happened there. Whoa. I'm going to make sure that we are, I just paused our screen share for half a second because I want to make sure that we have our participants on silent. I know that sometimes that's an issue. If you're not on silent right now, then please let me know, or just, actually, you don't have to let me know. I'm going to mute everyone if that's okay. I think we get a better presentation if everybody is muted. There we go. Okay. Just took a second, and thank you so much for being patient with me. I know sometimes I have my my moments, and I don't always, right from the bat, I'm a little clumsy sometimes. I think that's part of what's being me. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about our Copaiba. You've got a spicy, woody scent that's soothing, and it's soothing to the skin, soothing to the muscles. I want to encourage you, if you've had a lump, a bump, a fall, a break, anything, any sort of inflammatory issue. So that could be head tension, it could be something in your body, maybe with joints or muscles. Apply your Copaiba and use it in tandem with some of the other oils that you have. So a couple of you are saying yes, gave me a yes. I have one person who gave me a no, but that's okay. Lillian, let me know, did you order some of the pairs? I hope you did. If you didn't, you're going to learn a lot today, and hopefully you have some of these oils. You can carry, obviously, your Copaiba whenever you are on the go, and I would use it for any sort of inflammatory issues, rubbing it on. The other thing I want to encourage you to do is, if you're giving someone a hand massage, if you're not going to bring all of the Aroma Touch oils with you, Copaiba is a wonderful one. It's also what I'm going to call poor man's frankincense. Not because it has less powerful properties than frankincense, but because the price is much lower. And I'm not actually sure why that is. If you know anything about Copaiba, you know that it is tapped from a tree, sort of like maple syrup. And it is then collected. And in our case, we have it in 3 different delivery systems. We have the pure essential oil in bottles. We have the Copaiba Roll-on, and we also have Copaiba gel caps, all of which are a wonderful addition to your anti-inflammatory routine. And I would be adding your Copaiba into anything else that any of the other products that you're going to receive. So you want to think of Copaiba also for spot hydration. So let's say you have some sort of a red scaly patch on your skin, specifically the Copaiba Touch, because it's going to have fractionated coconut oil. I know some people suffer from skin irritations that are chronic, and you may want to just have your Copaiba with you. It's going to be soothing, and the fractionated coconut oil is going to help with healing and also to glue that essential oil in place. You don't want it to flash evaporate and then you don't have anything on your skin. Also, essential oils, pure essential oils or neat, can tend to be drying to the skin. We don't want to dry out our skin. We want to add as much moisture as possible and allow the essential oils to do their work. You can use it obviously in your daily skin routine to kind of smooth out your complexion, using it on the face. And you can also use it anywhere topically where you feel you have an issue that needs to be resolved. So topically it's excellent, but it's also excellent for that idea of anti-inflammatory. Number 2 on our hit parade is our pairing of Purify and Citronella. So we're actually going to use those 2 oils together, and we're going to use them to repel bugs and actually to clean our house. So 1-2 punch. You can use the 2 of them in a bucket of water. You can put them on a sponge. You can use them in a spray bottle. You can use them to spray inside your closets. I sometimes notice in the summer months, we're having a fairly rainy summer here. And I know where some of you live, I'm talking to all my friends in Southeast Asia, it can be very humid, and you can get that feeling of just heavy humidity. You'll open up your closet or maybe a box where you've stored some clothing, just doesn't smell fresh and light. We don't want to use perfumes and things to mask perspiration smells. We want to use products that are actually going to clean and disinfect and actually be healthy for us. We don't want to use any of these powders or crystals or whatever they are that people say, oh yes, add that into your wash. All of those contain toxic chemicals and we don't want to use them. Just avoid them whenever you can and incorporate your essential oils into your life. So you know that Citronella comes from the Citronella plant. So Citronella is a single essential oil and Purify is a blend. You can see that clearly in this photograph. Citronella has a bright lemony tone to its scent, and it's a powerful and distinct aroma. I like it as a cleansing agent. Purify, on the other hand, contains tea tree, lime, lemon, Siberian fir, also a little bit more citronella and some cilantro, which we're going to be talking about in a little while. So that idea of cleansing, detoxifying, I would be applying these oils perhaps on the soles of my feet if I had been exposed to any sort of toxins, specifically heavy metals. And we're going to talk about the intersection of some of these oils with citronella as excellent cleansing agents. So we want to make sure that we're using them together to cleanse our air, to cleanse our bodies, applying them topically, applying them maybe to surfaces to cleanse our surfaces, or using them in diffusers. Next on the hit parade is our cilantro and our island mint. I love cilantro, but there are people I know who don't like it. Do me a favor, if you can, give me a yes if you like it, or how about this? Give me a 1 if you like it. Give me a 2 if you don't like it. I love cilantro. I double up on it in recipes. It just has a delicious scent to me. But I know that there are some people that find cilantro has a soapy taste. And actually cilantro does have a chemical or a compound that's called saponin in it. And that's what gives it, or can give it to some people, a soapy taste. So if you buy cilantro, if you bought cilantro on this particular day, you got island mint. We know that cilantro is an herb commonly used in cooking. It's a common ingredient in marinades, dressings, and dips. You can use your cilantro, though, as a detoxifier. So I want you to be putting it in a gel cap. You can blend it with your mint oils if you don't love your cilantro just plain. And then you can also be applying it to the soles of your feet, the back of your neck. It is not an oil that is sun sensitive, so feel free to put it on your body as needed, but I would definitely be applying it to the soles of my feet. You can use it to brighten up your daily routine. If you want to be smelling a little bit fresher and cleaner because you feel like, oh, this weather, it's just bogging me down. The rainy days, it's actually a little rainy here. I don't know if you can see out my window. You can see my window, but maybe not out it. It is kind of rainy today. Island mint, you can bring on road trips. You can use it as a refresher. You can add a few drops into the floor of your shower. As I said, it's lime, lemon, peppermint, and spruce. So we've got a couple of things that we can do with our island mint. If you need focus, for renewed focus, you can diffuse it, place it here right under the nose, across the forehead, onto the bottoms of the feet. If you're tired or have low energy, if you're feeling melancholy, weary, time is just dragging on for you, apply and use your island mint. And it may be that you're actually having some detoxification issues. I'm going to encourage you to use the 2 essential oils together, or to use your cilantro with your Purify to get that extra little boost, right? So we want to make sure that we're using our oils in combination with each other. So we're using a blend with a single. I've often talked about the beauty of blending. What I love about blending is that you can make your own. I usually blend all sorts of oils in my diffuser. Be sure to wash your diffuser between uses if you're going to be doing custom blending. But I like the idea of taking maybe a pre-made doTERRA blend, making sure I double check the ingredients, and then adding in extra of one of the ingredients that I really like. So for lavender piece, I would be adding in more lavender. For island mint, I might be adding in more lime, more lemon, or more peppermint. So just always keep that in mind. If the fragrance isn't exactly for you, of the scent of that particular blend, just it's a little bit off. Read the directions, because there's a reason why those blends were made. They are going to help us with any of the issues that we're struggling with during this time of year. Next on the hit parade, we got our Neroli, lime, and spearmint. And so what are we getting here? We're basically getting a flower, a mint, and a citrus. And I talked about in one of my videos, actually in one of my shorts, which you can see below. What are the rules of blending? Basically, there are only 6 types of essential oils, and you're going to try to blend them in, and by types, I mean categories. So we're talking about mints, citrus, flower, herbs and grasses, spices, and I don't know what the 6th one is off the top of my head, but I'll think of it in a moment. And you want to make sure that you're blending those pairs together in a harmonious way. So we don't want to do a garbage dump, right? And put everything into our diffuser. We want to think creatively. Am I blending a flower with a spice? Am I blending a mint with a citrus? And then maybe double down on the citrus or double down on the mint, so you get more complexity if you're blending your own. So Neroli Touch, when we think about it, great addition to your skincare routine. You can use it anywhere where you're seeing sort of skin discolorations or skin spots. It would be a wonderful way if any of you are doing gua sha on a regular basis. You could add Neroli into your nightly routine. Very soothing. It kind of has, and as we know, Neroli comes from the orange plant, and we do get 3 essential oils from that same plant, from the leaf, from the flower, and I think from the stem. So the idea that we can use our Neroli kind of to brighten our skin, using it as part of a nightly routine. Also, when we do gua sha, it kind of soothes us. It keeps us, I don't know, it's relaxing, right? I love when I kind of take my gua sha tool, my piece of jade, and I bring it over my forehead. Many people said you're bringing it over your 3rd eye. And so that you begin to feel, I'm finally relaxed. Use your Neroli as part of your face care routine. You can use your spearmint and lime in conjunction with your Neroli. And it is Neroli is steam distilled from the blossoms of the bitter orange tree, better known as the Seville orange. And then the sweet calming scent is going to help us to kind of relax and unwind. It is a wonderful oil for pregnant women. I've mentioned this before. It's one of the few oils that I would recommend hands down for women that are pregnant, for anxiety, for stress, for that feeling of maybe heaviness, or I don't know, just not feeling great during your pregnancy. Use your Neroli. You can, of course, you can put it on your feet. It's going to soften a little bit because it's got that fractionated coconut oil. And when we're feeling, I don't know, life's twists and turns, Neroli is your answer. Spearmint, of course, is a more mild form of a mint. If you're not a peppermint fan, or you feel like you want to apply a mint oil to get that brightness, that freshness, but you don't want to have the spiciness of peppermint, use your spearmint essential oil. And finally, your lime. Citrus oils of all types are wonderful to add into our blends. This particular 1, 2, 3 punch, if you will, is going to provide you with some wonderful support and just a feeling of brightness and freshness. Our last pairing was our DigestZen and our peppermint. Now, when doTERRA sends us blends like this together, or pairs essential oils like this, we want to think to ourselves, why am I getting this now? And what does this have to do with me? Which is why I wanted to talk about this particular BOGO box in terms of opening up a key. Many people at this time of year are still on holiday. Some of you I know are just ending your holiday, maybe the end of next week. And that idea that we maybe overeat or overindulge is a big one. We get out, we say, okay, we've got time on our hands. We're going to get out there. We're going to experience life, but we're going to experience life basically through trying many different sorts of foods. Can we wind up with stomach aches and discomfort? Yes, we absolutely can. So you know that DigestZen has a minty calming aroma, but it also has tons of useful benefits. I would use my DigestZen actually not only for my digestive tract specifically, all along it from the neck down the esophagus, the stomach, and then down into the lower intestines, any sort of chronic issue that I was dealing with my digestion. I would also put it in a capsule, use it topically. And then for babies and small children, I would either have them inhale it directly from my hands, or I would dilute and apply it to the soles of their feet. Or maybe if it was a slightly older child, like a 2-year-old and above, I would apply it right on their belly with a little bit of a massage. We want to make sure that when we're using our DigestZen, especially on our smaller children, we want to make sure that we are dilute, right? If we're using it on a 4-year-old and up, absolutely fine. But usually on the soles of the feet is the best way for small children. We've got a couple comments. Joyce says she likes the fresh cilantro, but not so much the oil, not sure why. That's interesting. And it's very concentrated, right? Essential oils are concentrated plant compounds. So sometimes when we smell the fresh herb, we smell something a lot more dilute. It takes pounds and pounds, kilos and kilos of our herbs and spices or flowers to get them to blend into our essential oils. So last but not least, I think we have a final shot of the BOGO box. If you got your BOGO box, you got 10 wonderful essential oils all in one place. And I think I just love what they did this time. There was not a single oil that I got in there that I said, I don't really like this. We got things for digestion. We got things for cooling. We got things for our skin. We got things for anti-inflammatory, everything to prepare us for the summer to be ready and willing and able to just knock this summer and our whole holiday season out of the park. So if you are brand new and this was your first experience with doTERRA, put these in a little bag, carry them with you. They really will give you a lot of advantages. You kind of got a very discounted, if you will, entrance into doTERRA, because to get 10 oils for the wonderful price that the BOGO box was, is just kind of a steal, if you will. Our next BOGO box will probably not be until the fall, probably in November, when we'll get a whole different sort of package, and you'll see they really are seasonal. So keep your eyes peeled. If you have not already seen this book, I mentioned it before, take a look online and you'll be able to find it. It's been a wonderful resource for me over the years. I can't wait actually to get into my book and kind of do some additional pairings. If you're an experimenter like me and you feel like this is something that I really want to get into, well, this is your opportunity. Wendy says that DigestZen is wonderful for digestion, of course, and that peppermint is also great for inflammation and any sort of inflammatory issues. And she's absolutely right. Now, the one thing that I'm going to counsel you with about using peppermint for any sort of inflammatory issues, if you're far away from your head, or your face, go at it. Put on that peppermint, do whatever you like. But if you're close to the face, close to the eyes, on the forehead, you want to be mindful because the vapors from the peppermint can waft into your eyes. And they, especially if you're trying essential oils on someone for the first time, they can be uncomfortable, which was why I love my Copaiba. Maybe roll your Copaiba on, add a drop of peppermint into it, and then really kind of mush it all up and then apply it. But just be mindful of those vapors. Okay, thank you so much for having been here today. Please follow and subscribe, share this information. I think it provides us with some good looks. Obviously, when we did the box overview last week, we didn't have everything that was going to be in there. And then take a look at some of our blending, because I think that's also great information for us now at this time. Remember, you're amazing. I'm so happy that you're here with us. We're creating a really wonderful, powerful community. And I love the fact that you're here with us every single solitary week. Share these videos and really use them. Get the most out of them as you possibly can. Thank you. Thank you for having been here, and have a wonderful week. For those of you who are on live, stay on. If you're still on the recording, we want to thank you and make sure that you'll be back again with us next week. This is I think a really kind of fun community, and I love talking to everyone and getting their ideas. We are in the final week of June here, if you're listening, whatever time you listen to this, in 2022. Next week, I will not be here because it's the 4th of July. Have a wonderful 4th of July if I don't see you. And I'll be back again soon. Bye-bye now.